I want to talk to you about why you or other people may have fears about starting your own business. So the things I hear people say and the things I've experienced myself before starting my own business is a fear of competition and a fear of scarcity of people that will pay you. Now, if you get online and you look at other businesses, you might think, oh, there's a lot of content creators, or there's a lot of business coaches, or there's a lot of strategists in this area. There's too much competition, so it's not worth me starting my venture as a content creator, as a business coach, as a consultant. But I think you should reframe it like this. So go into any crowded place, into your city center, and look around at the mass of people there and ask yourself, how many of these people would be actively content creating and publishing online, actively consulting online, being a business coach? And probably the answer is close to none of them in that crowded place. Maybe there's one or two, but they're probably not a direct competitor of you. If you were able to draw back and then look at a macro level at your whole city, again, you would see so many people, and a very low number of them are content creating, coaching, setting up online businesses. If you draw back and you look at your whole state, if you look at your whole country, you probably begin to realize that what feels like a lot of competition actually is entirely the opposite. There's actually incredible amount of opportunity for you. The problem is when you go online, you see a lot of people actively content creating, actively coaching, actively consulting. And so it feels like this is a very crowded space. But when you look around you in your neighborhood, in your city, in your state, in your country, actually there's a lot of people that are not doing anything, which means there is a lot of space for you to create value. The second fear is that there is scarcity, that there's anyone out there that will pay you for your services. Now, I think point number one showed that there's a lot of people that are not doing something. How about there are a lot of people who would pay you for this? I want you to go for a walk down the street in your hometown and just look at the wealth that is there. Look out for BMW cars, look out for other luxury vehicles, look out for expensive homes, expensive people who are well dressed. Probably in any street of your city, you will begin to see wealth. You'll see money everywhere. It's one of our mental tricks that we think, well, I come from maybe a background without a lot of money. Maybe this is a reflection of the whole world, when in fact there is a huge abundance of money in the world. There's a huge abundance of people who are financially wealthy and time poor, and who would be looking for the expertise and the services that you can provide, and are actually grateful to meet you and pay you well for you to take a job off their plate. They're just waiting for somebody of quality to come along and make an offer. The third point I'd like to add to this is that we've looked at the lack of competition, and we've looked at the abundance of wealth and people who are looking for a service. The third place you can look is look at places where there are problems. I'm sure there are pockets of community around you that are troubled. I'm sure there are places where there's unemployment. I'm sure there's places where there's environmental degradation. I'm sure there's places where the community is not integrated. I'm sure there's places where there's all matter of problems. And the mark of a true entrepreneur is seeing problems as a business opportunity, seeing people's need as an opportunity to provide a service and to create value, seeing the ability to solve a problem, create value, and do that in exchange for money is exactly what entrepreneurs do. So if you are at all sitting on the fence about starting a business, becoming a content creator, becoming a coach, becoming a consultant, getting online, creating something, I want you to think about these things. Ultimately, there is no one like you in the world. No one with your knowledge, with your specific perspective, with your specific insights, with your creativity, with unique way that you see problems and can understand potential solutions. So don't hesitate, particularly in a global world where with your iPhone, you can connect with people all around the globe and help them. Now is the best time ever in history to start an online business.